What's up, everybody? It's Saturday, July, what is today, 26th, something like that. But we got the last card of Fight Island today, at least for now. I'm hearing rumors that the Adesanya Costa fight might be happening. Sorry for the hair, sorry for the eyes. I just woke up. It's like noon. But hey, man, YOLO, you only live once. But yeah, we're looking forward to a great card tonight, dude. And I just want to break down the main event, dude. Because this is one of those main events where it's Darren Till versus Robert Whittaker, if you don't know what I'm talking about. But, you've got Darren Till and Robert Whittaker, who are both, Darren Till is one of the best 170-pounders, and now he went up to 85, and he's only had one fight, but he beat Kelvin Gastelum, and Gastelum gave the UFC champ, Israel Adesanya, at 185, the biggest run for his money that he's had in the UFC. It was a fight of the year, not in my eyes, but it got voted fight of the year. And, Kelvin Gastelum's a legit prospect. Sure, he got pieced up last week, but that those two fights don't show. The loss to Adesanya, which, who cares? The loss to Hermanson, I mean, that's probably his worst loss of recent memory. And then the loss to Till, those aren't bad losses. He's losing to the top three. I mean, he lost to Till, Darren Till's a beast. Especially at 185, dude, and that's why I want to talk about this, because there's so much I can say. And then, what was I saying? Shoot. So, yeah. So, Gastelum's lost to he lost to Adesanya, he lost to Till. But what I'm trying to say with this is that, that's a good win for Darren Till at 185. People don't think it's that good of a win, but especially now with what happened last week. People don't think it's a good win for Darren Till, but that's a great win for Darren Till. Most underrated win of his career, I think, in my eyes. So yeah, it's a great main event today. Darren Till at 185 is nasty. Darren Till at 170 was nasty. He almost killed himself trying to get down to 170. And he would still go out there and perform. He beat Cowboy. He beat Stephen Thompson. Who else did he beat? He beat, I think, somebody else. He eventually got stopped by Tyron Woodley. But hey, at that point, Tyron Woodley was one of the greatest 170-pounders of all time. I mean, he still is, but, he's lesser than that. Dude, this beard is looking good, dude. Jeez, dude. It's coming in. Gosh. That looks so sick. Anyway, sorry. But Darren Till at 185 is a force to be reckoned with. I'm hearing a lot of talk about whether this fight is going to give either Darren Till or it's going to give the winner of this fight is going to get a title shot. And me personally, with the way the UFC works, I think it does. Because if you look at it, Robert Whittaker had the belt, he defended it twice, which, I mean, no, it's not, I think he defended it twice, because he got it, beat Romero. It was only once, I don't know, who cares? But, Robert Whittaker was one of the greatest, was the greatest 185-pounder, He obviously got pieced by Adesanya, which, that could come into play. But I think if Darren Till wins this fight, he is 110% getting the next title shot. If Rob wins, I could see why they give him the rematch against Adesanya, because I think Adesanya beats Costa, no problem. I can see why they give him the 185 rematch, but if I'm the old school UFC where you gotta earn it instead of just okay, this fight will sell, whatever. This guy's got a big name, this guy's got a big name, it's a money fight. If I'm being a good person, if Robert Whittaker wins, I'm doing Whittaker versus Cannonier next. Try and book that as soon as possible. I know that Jared Cannonier just got hurt, so if that fight will be able to come into fruition soon, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what Cannonier's health's at right now, but I think that the winner, that if Darren Till wins, title shot after Costa. If Robert wins, maybe Cannonier, maybe title shot. We'll have to see. But based on who's winning this fight, who's going to win this fight? That's the question everybody wants to know. Who's going to win this fight? I've been thinking about it for a long time, dude. A long time. Ever since this fight got announced. I mean, it was supposed to happen in what? UFC Dublin. And it got announced in like March. It was they gave him some time. But I still, after 4 months of thinking about it, I still can't really determine. I can't give you a firm answer on who's going to win this fight. I think Rob has more tools to win the fight, but I think that Darren Till's power can like take those tools and kind of build on them. It's like if you get what I'm saying. I think that Robert Whittaker is overall the better fighter. Like if we're doing pound for pound, I think Robert Whittaker is better. But I think Darren Till matches up decently well. Because Darren Till likes to stand there and strike. You know, he likes to move. Robert Whittaker likes to move. You know, it's going to be I think that if this fight gets finished, it's going to be a late finish. It's either going to be a good decision or a late finish. And if it's a late finish, or here, this is what my uncle always says. If I don't watch this fight, and after the fight ends, I said, how long did it go? If you say 4th round, Robert Whittaker won. If you say 5th round, Robert Whittaker won. 1st round, 2nd round, Darren Till won. 3rd round, whatever. 5 rounds, Robert Whittaker won. I think Robert Whittaker is pound for pound better, but I think Darren Till's got the one-shot power. You know, I think Darren Till is, he was at 170, dude, that dude was the biggest 170 pounder I think we've ever seen in our lives. And, he's still big for 185. So, it's just a question of whether or not Darren Till's going to be able to land the punches, land the combos, because Rob can hit the combos. It's also going to be a question of, how deep is Rob into this? Because, we obviously know what happened. He was supposed to fight Cannonier. Jared got hurt. He's supposed to get rebooked. And then, all of a sudden, it was a big rumor. People are like, what happened to Robert Whittaker? I know that there's some rumors going around that he had to help his daughter with, a surgery or something. And Rob said, after that was kind of put to rest, he said that, I'm fine. My daughter's fine. I just needed a break. And, I've never been a fighter, I'm listening to Brendan Schaub right now as we speak. But Brendan Schaub said the same thing. He's like, I respect Rob for that. Because, I obviously don't know what it's like. But, I can only imagine what it's like to be a professional fighter. Have to show up. Have to grind. Go into 2 fight camps a year, dude. I'm guessing Rob walks around 210, 215 maybe. Something like that. And for him to cut that weight all that time, it gets exhausting, especially when you're on top of the world. It's the same thing with Rose. After Rose lost the belt, she didn't seem that upset. She was like, okay, it's a burden off my shoulders. I don't got to worry about it. I don't got to worry about being the champ anymore. And I think that's what kind of caught up with Rob. And after he lost, he's like, okay, I can finally relax now. I can finally, be like, okay, this is, I know I can be the best. I got to beat the best. But I'm going to take time, clear my head before I try and go out there and get punched again. Because I got to get my head clear. There's something, who knows what's going on in his life, dude. But Rob's one of those dudes who, if you don't like Robert Whittaker, what are you doing? Why don't you, how can't you like Robert Whittaker? It doesn't make sense to me. If you don't like Darren Till, I guess I can see why you don't like Darren Till. He has those problems. He's kind of weird. But, I personally love them both. It hurts me that I have to see one of them lose this fight tonight. It bothers me. Because, if Robert Whittaker's fighting, and then on the co-main event, Darren Till's fighting somebody else, I'm cheering for both of them. And, I hate having to cheer. It'd be the same thing if Conor and Poirier ever fight again. Gosh, dude, I don't want to see them. I don't want to see either of them lose, dude. I hate fights like that. But hey, those are the best fights too because I'm not gonna be sad at the end of the night. If Robert Whittaker wins, dude, good for him, dude. I'm happy for Rob. If Darren Till wins, dude, that just creates an exciting fight with Adesanya, which I think Adesanya would piece him up. But we'll keep that down low for now. But yeah, I just wanted to break this fight down, say what needed to be said. And main card starts at 8. ESPN Plus. Tune in, baby. This is one of those fights that if you don't watch fights, but you're bored, there's something on TV, turn on ESPN. Turn it on. You won't be disappointed. And that's all we got, man. Thanks for listening to this, if you listen to it. And watch the fights tonight. Enjoy. It's a good card. How can you not go out on Fight Island with a bang, baby? Fight Island, thank you, Dana White. Thank you for that. Tune into the card tonight. You won't be disappointed. And I'll see you guys on Underground Knee Monday.